Welcome back, everyone. Happy Saturday. Today, I'm joined by none other than Mr. Shane himself, Mr. Haste
Yo,
Beats. Got him in the house. Today, we're going to go over what we did on Friday. So, what we did yesterday, the move that we captured, and the thing that we outlined on stream. And we are also going to go ahead and do a little ICT lesson. Today, we are going to cover backtesting basics and just a little Q&A and recap. So if you have any questions, make sure to comment them or put them in the chat and we'll answer them. We will get back to you on those questions that you have. On that, let's dive in and see what we got. So, if you watched our stream on Friday morning, we said, okay, looking at a higher time frame, we're like, all right, well, we were rejecting these levels. We're kind of below. This was our consolidation overnight. All right, Thursday night. We start to go into here. Now, around 6 a.m., right, we retrace into this fair value gap, post sweeping all of these liquidities up top. So that was our London session, taking out our Asian session. Came down below, and we're not able to come back above. So on stream, we were like, well, previous weekly low doesn't look too far out of the picture. And guess where we delivered to? Right to that previous weekly low. Beautiful. So keeping that fair value gap right there, we were looking on a higher time frame. We said, okay, well, what can we do? Here, this was our 8 a.m. candle, so the 9 a.m. candle. We swept the low over here, then came back up. Or no, I think we started to pump back up right at 9. What do we do? 9 to 5. 8 a.m. Yeah, actually, we came up first and then had a bottom right there. Had a blunt bottom on the hourly and then came right back down to it and sold off. So we had a nice little outside hour, right? Retraced to that fair value gap right there on the hourly. On the 5-minute, we said, okay, well, we can do this little number, right? We said this on stream. We put this fair value gap right here. We're like, okay, well, we can do a little sell-off right there, right? That's pretty much what we did. We did come up and take this liquidity first, but we did not displace up any higher. We were kind of aiming for this one after we did not take that one. It's okay. Well, then we're going to sit and wait. Chopped around over here. This fair value gap held. We had this order block up top, and this was that entry short that a lot of us took. I know we had somebody in our Discord take a short overnight from just the Globex, and he held it all the way down to pretty much like these levels right here. Made a good sum of money on that. It was awesome to see. So everybody was pretty much on the same page inside our Discord, and we outlined these moves since this whole week. We were talking about outside week. Like as soon as we took that previous weekly high, we're like, all right, outside week it is. And look at these levels that we have outlined as well, right? At the beginning of the week, we said, all right, we're going to watch all of these liquidities and all of these levels. This was our first sign of that sell on that hourly time frame. We took this top, we had this fair value gap that formed, and then we started to sell down from that. Little break of structure, little market structure shift, right? Something that we covered. Okay, what's next? We have the Sunday open. Super blunt, came down, filled this gap, retraced back up, could not hold above that previous weekly high, rejected that again, continued selling. What was our next liquidity? Previous weekly low. Almost got that outside month. Just super close. Super nice to see. Love that. You can delete that. That's our wick. So if you guys are not tuned into those Sunday streams, I suggest you start doing so. If you're not tuned into those morning streams, start doing that. We're doing them every day. They're free. They're amazing. They're short and sweet, this doesn't take up a lot of your time. Just tune in and rewatch them. If you want to rewatch them, I would go to papertraders.io and click on the little globe icon that will drop down all of the social medias that we have. Go to YouTube, check that out. It's going to be under the live section on YouTube, and you're able to see all the previous live streams that we have done. for the past month, which we're
I think
about
this
to.
is number 45.
Yeah, that's crazy. We're about to roll into another month, and we're gonna have more content on those days as well. I'll drop the April calendar. I should work on that tomorrow. I need to put a little note for myself that I need to work on that. Mm-mm.
Damn, that went quick.
Yeah. April calendar for. Write a little sticky note for myself. Boom. Just like that. We are. Oh, yeah. Should probably mark off the days that we're going to be gone, that we won't stream. So we can condense some days, maybe do some combined streaming, or maybe take out some content too that's like not necessarily the best. So that was probably those simple days like Thursday, Friday, and Wednesday. Honestly, those sell days were super easy and super nice. Like very clear, right? We had all of our fair value gaps, all of our liquidities respected, and all of our PD arrays respected very well. So right now, let's dive into that backtesting basics and just do a little recap of what we have covered this week. So we had Asian session dynamics, London session dynamics, New York session dynamics. All right, all of those, how do we interact? So let's start with those, right? Asian session, London session, both of those consolidated. And what do we not do from consolidation? We don't reverse from consolidations. So with that, if we look at our daily plan, we probably did something closer to this, right? Asian session, London took out the high right here. Same thing. I'll move that up, maybe line it up. Yeah. So right here takes that out. So London session is continued selling, right? Continued selling over here into London, because London session technically goes till 11, but we just look at this little slither of time during it. So it bleeds it a little bit into New York, and then the rest of New York, just a little consolidation. So that's why it's very important to, if you don't have that, check out at Dangstrat. Those are the graphics that he makes. Really, really good graphics. It's probably simplest if you're a visual learner. I would suggest doing that. And then going into your charts and backtesting it and seeing every day, like, okay, well, what's the interaction between the Asian, London, and New York sessions? Right, and that's something that we covered. Backtest all of your time frames, starting at like one day, because price is it fractal, right? It's like you can go from daily to 4 hour to hourly, and the same concepts apply across the board. You can take your 4 hour and make that your quote unquote daily time frame, and then determine the quote unquote bias from there, right? You can do that. It's very, very simple. So you can do those outside days, outside 4 hours, and start predicting those and start seeing how they play out. Because right here on the 4 hour, let's go into our 4 hour time frame. All right, what do we do? Thursday, 22. Our 2 a.m. candle. Honestly, I like doing this sometimes too. Taking your 2 a.m. candle, putting a fib on it, and seeing most of the time we come back and reject those 618, 785s. So like on this day, you can see how we retrace into that London session, that 2 a.m. to 6 a.m. All right, so then our 6 a.m. candle comes back up right into OTE. We also have a little order block over here, right? This down close or this up close candle. So we rejected the opening of that candle, right? We kept on holding below it and sold right back down. So you can start using that as well. It's a little tip, a little trick that I've just found out through backtesting, just through visualizing and seeing, okay, how are these sessions interacting with each other? And what do we do during that London, New York transition? All right, so we retrace into this 2 a.m. candle, 4 hour 2 a.m. candle during our 6 a.m. candle. Took that, displaced down. We did not close above the closing of this candle, or we did not hold above the closing of this candle. So the next one was just an expansion down, like huge expansion down, right? Because we had no external liquidities over here, and we just started rushing for our externals. Right? It's the same thing that we keep on saying. We go from external to internal to external, right? What do? What do we keep on doing over here? Kept on going back into internals, back to externals, internals, back to externals, until we reached the top of our bigger range, right? So this was the top of that bigger range. This is the bottom. Didn't quite reach the bottom, but we still got Sunday to open up. Still got technically two more trading days in this monthly candle. So they can easily. This monthly is disgusting.
Yes, it is.
Holy shit. So technically, we can still come back down all the way. I mean, let's take a look at. Or we could save it for tomorrow too. Just looking at those higher time frames. We'll take a gander right now. Let's see, what do we outline on these paths? Similar. I'm going to retest of that. Didn't get that. That's pretty good. Look at that. That previous weekly high rejection. Continuation down. Almost certain that was outlined on stream. Right, that's when we formed those if-then scenarios. We said, okay, if we displace above this, then we can continue up. If we don't do that, we can reject this fair value gap right there, then continue on down. Look at that. Drew that out, continuation down. Then we said, okay, well, if we don't displace above previous weekly high again, then we can likely continue down. Came up, retested that. Obviously not your exact structure, but still played out pretty nicely. I like that. And all of those levels. We'll come back and revisit those levels tomorrow when we're doing an actual outline of the... Okay, I'm not thinking today. Brain moving too fast, too slow.
Too much coffee.
Yeah, too much coffee, but also not enough coffee. So that was those are like our basic outline, right, on the weekly. Let me take a look at US 100 too. I just want to see where that monthly can go. Gross. I'd love that 786 right here, 18309. That's our weekly. This is our monthly. Yeah, if we get that huge, this is like a giant displacement candle on the monthly. It's probably the largest monthly range that we have seen in a while for the downside since these. That fractal move, dude.
Still in play. Scary.
Look at that outline that we did too. Pretty dang close. Bounce on the 618. Almost retracing to here. Continuation down. So if you guys are not tuned into these live streams that we do on Sundays, suggest you start doing so. We cover a lot of good stuff on them. We go over just a basic market outline. We go over some stocks. We cover everything on them. Which also, let me take a look. I want to see how we did on the common side too. Let's see this Autodesk. Let's go down our list of the saved ones. Kitty cat. CCL. Retrace that. Nice 618 love. Holy shit. Rivian Snowflake. Solid. Bank of America bounce. It's decent. This one's decent. CVX. Shit that we drew out a while back. So let's see if we get a retrace retest of that trend line. FedEx. Holy. I need to start in fucking option sport, dude. I don't know why I don't have
For
that.
swinging, it's super nice.
And apple. Oh my god, look at that upon completion of that animal. Nice. Cool. Backtesting basics for today. You want to backtest, honestly, what I've done in the past is I have a whole document on, oh my god, what is it called? On Notion. On Notion, you can create like these spaces or even make your own Discord, right? Where you just have just a separate room where it's just you, and you can title them like journaling, backtesting. Shane is the man to set that up for you if you guys need to. So reach out to him at Hayes Beats if you guys want to set up your Discord like that. Phenomenal. I think you can speak on that, and that you have one of your own, right? That you use that for.
Yeah, I have several at this point. But one main one to post in, I post like my weekly outlook. I post even my daily outlook, and then it's just a nice place to keep your pictures and text.
Mm.
If you don't want to use a physical journal, but yeah, I use both.
Yep.
Kind of like jot down my ideas in the physical one and then update my channels at the end of the day.
Yeah. So you can do the same thing, but you can make a little section for your backtesting. And that's what I've done in the past, but I did it through Notion. So I would have a separate section and I would outline each thing that I was backtesting, right? So I would do, okay, today I'm going to backtest order blocks. I'll go on the 5 minute, scroll all the way back, and I would find every example of an order block on each day that it happened. And I would take a screenshot of it, post it into my Notion journal. Take a screenshot of it, post it into a Notion journal, and outline it, right? Same things that we have talked about yesterday with journaling, right? You want to do a little arrow and explain to yourself, okay, right here, you can do price took liquidity and we, could not displace blah, blah, blah. Take a screenshot of it so you can see that thought process, going through that thought process. And what that is going to do is just build that connection in your brain to start seeing it during live price action, right? You're going to start thinking about it too. You're like, okay, well, price did not displace. Okay, we're starting to take a little bit of a downside. All right, we have displaced over here. Now we're retracing the OTE. Okay, cool. That's what you're thinking about. Then at the end of the day, go back in, write your thoughts. Same thing that you'll do in backtesting. Take it as an actual trading day, right? So dissect each day. You can even do a replay, right? Replay, scroll back and go candle by candle of like, all right, this is what's happening in the market. I see it, screenshot it, post it in your journal, save it for later. And don't stop backtesting that specific thing that you're backtesting, like order blocks, until you come to the most recent day. All right, you're at the most recent day. All right, you've backtested all the way through today. Okay, now you folder those, like highlight all of them, put them into a folder. You can go into the little object tree, shift click, select all of them, put them in a folder. Title it order blocks. Go back to the next thing. Say you're backtesting OTE, same thing, right? Zoom out, scroll all the way back to where your chart stops. On the left side, start backtesting OTE day by day, day by day, day by day, until you reach the most recent day. And you're posting all of those examples into your backtesting journal. Then you're like, okay, cool. I feel like I got them down, right? Or even if you don't got them down, keep going at it. And then it just creates a little reference for you to where you're like, man, I forgot what those look like. You can go back in and see, oh, this was my thought process when I was doing this. I see what was forming right here. Okay. And kind of reading through those really helps you understand. And it also acts as a good visual aid, right? Because it is your work that you have done. It's not somebody else's work. You're putting exactly your thoughts in it, and you're just seeing for yourself, like, yeah, that makes sense, right? Does that make sense?
Makes sense.
Or am I just rambling on at this point?
No, you're good.
And same thing with journaling. I did see a really good tweet this week from Matt, Trader's Paradise, a phenomenal trader. All right, and he tweeted something about journaling. So he said, when you're journaling, write your emotions and how you failed your own rules and environment you were in. Bad day, feeling off, fight with your spouse, felt greed or FOMO. Don't journal about the indicators of strategy you use. So you want to really lock in on those emotions that you were feeling and finding out, okay, well, I was feeling off this day and I did bad. So maybe whenever I'm feeling bad the next time, I shouldn't be trading because this, like, oh my God, what is it? Like a
Like
causation type of thing. Yep.
external struggles just as much as like the indicator or price action.
Mm-hmm. And he's saying, like, quoting that, you want to discover why you do what you do, not how you enter and exit a trade. Latter strategy optimization shouldn't be mixed with emotional journaling and soul discovery. Honestly, that's like the biggest thing is taking control of your emotions in trading, right? That's the biggest thing that gets a hold of us during our trading, right? We get excited when we get a big win, we get sad when we get a big loss. So you really want to dial those in. Win, lose, it's all the same to you, right? No matter what you're doing, it's going to be the same thing. I'm trying to like think of an example in like life. It's like maybe same thing with like people. It's like, well, if that person was meant to stay in my life, they would have stayed. If they didn't, then that's fine. It's kind of similar thing of like, well, okay, I lost on this day. How was I feeling on this day? Really, it wasn't that my setup was off, or that if your setup wasn't there, you shouldn't be trading at all. And Hayes can speak on that a lot. He's very good at sitting out whenever he doesn't see his setup. He's like, I don't even fucking care what's going on in the market.
Or if I'm emotionally that day, like I even journaled down to the point where there was times where I would wake up late and I'd like rush down to the computer, and that was a huge effect on my trading that day, just because not thinking clearly, not in the morning routine, like all that stuff can throw you off.
Yep.
Any of it can throw you off.
Honestly, I'm like gonna like I've done the same thing where it's like I have my set morning routine. If I wake up late and I don't follow through those steps that I do prior to trading, I'm gonna have an off day. So I'm like, okay, I wake up late and immediately I have to slow myself down and being like,
Exactly.
all right, well, we're gonna take it slow. I know market opens up in 30 minutes, but I still need to do all of my shit. So if I miss out on the section of a market, I'm gonna make sure that I have to get my shit done first. Because there's a lot of times where I just like wake up late and I'm like, oh fuck, skip all of my routine and go back into it. That happened to me when I like lost my big account. When was that? Probably 2 years ago. I like drank the night before. Was like not in a good emotional state. Woke up in the morning. I was like, oh fuck, like I slept through this. I went into the market and it was just a never ending fucking streak until I got liquidated completely. And I was like, damn. Felt like shit that day. And it's been a battle. It's been like an emotional battle dialing back in since then. It's like 2 years ago, but damn, you like realize how much it teaches you about your own self of like, okay, I really need to make sure that I get my shit done properly so that doesn't happen again. And it's not that you're focusing on the bad, you're focusing on the good things that you want to get done prior to entering the markets. You want to dial your emotions in. Any questions from anyone? We'll now open up the room for questions. And if there's no questions, that's completely fine. If you guys are enjoying these streams, if you guys enjoyed today, make sure to give it a like, give it a little share. I always appreciate the support. Spread the love. I want to grow these streams. I want to grow the community. Streams are free. We give everything out inside the Discord. We have more in-depth. We have great traders in there as well. And, kind of a style that suits your own. You can take what resonates from each person and, create your own strategy from it. But yeah, check out Hayes Beats on Twitter. Phenomenal trader for everything crypto, futures, your regular stocks or commons, as some people will say. Check out Big Timmy Hedge, great indicators that he's coding for those in our Discord. And check out Rusty Thuration. He provides great daily levels and has a good daily plan, similar to things that we outline on the stream. He just puts it in writing. But other than that, www.papertraders.io is going to be the website for you to check out. If you go to it right now, there's going to be a little 30% off your first month code up top. You can check out TraderLog, right? Something that we use for logging our trades and logging our emotions. At the end of the day, ICT Trader, which is a free tool for everyone to use, just helps you track your progress on how far you're getting along with your ICT series and gives you some basic TT trades fundamentals. We have a little confetti button on the website as well. It's a little fun. Risk calculator, so that you're able to, see the risk that you're taking in the market and just kind of calculate your entry and exit points. And a candle creator. And then we have our join Discord button and that little globe where you can see all of our links. So check that out. Let us know what you guys think. In 2 days, on Monday, is when the giveaway ends for the 3 lifetime spots in our Discord. See, I think we still only have like 6 entries, so half of those people are going to get it regardless. So check that out. Make sure you follow all of the rules on there. That's on at the Paper Traders Twitter account. On that, thank you guys for watching. A little short and sweet stream today. We'll be back tomorrow with another one where we will do just a whole review and common mistakes that people make in ICT or just in general. Thank you guys for watching. Peace. Shane, do you have anything to add?
Nope, I think that's it, dude.
Sweet.
I'm retweeting the giveaway, so it'll be on the top of Paper Traders.
Nice. And if you guys have any questions, comment them below the stream and we'll get back to you. I promise. Thank you.